All right, Kim, thank you. Back with the guys once again. The quest to repeat as champion for any team never comes without some difficulties or some hurdles. And some people look at the challenge of replacing Johnny Damon and Hideki Matsui as a big challenge. Others say it might not be as bad as you think. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, I think replacing Johnny Damon and Hideki Matsui is going to be difficult. They had 52 home runs between them last year. Now, when you look at what Matsui did with the Yankees over his 7 years, he was a very solid ball player, solid in the clubhouse, well respected by the rest of his teammates. It's hard to replace guys like that, but there are enough guys on the Yankees that they should be able to do it.
Matsui and Damon are obviously going to be missed, but I thought it was the right decision to let those guys go, you know, with their advanced age and kind of try to get younger with Granderson. We'll see what he can do. Brett Gardner getting an opportunity. But, you know, it's just one of those situations where you're looking, like you said, Kenny, you're looking for what the new guys will do in a big spot.
I've heard so many people talk about how you're going to make up the home runs. It's going to be easy. First of all, you have Alex Rodriguez for the full year. He's going to hit more home runs. If Granderson hits the same 30 that he hit last year, playing half of his games in a cavernous ballpark, and then you figure because Kevin Long's been working with Nick Johnson about pulling the ball a little bit more, I think they'll come very close, if not surpass, the 52 that they lost. I don't think that they lost that much on the field. I think what they lose, though, is the ability to be clutch. Johnny Damon had a clutch attitude. DNA of Matsui was to be clutch. Can Granderson be that guy? And can Nick Johnson be that guy? That's what you worry about. In terms of numbers, though, I don't think they lose that much.
Well, I think every team has to evolve, and I think this is a spot now for Robinson Cano as a 300-plus lifetime hitter to step in that spot and see whether he can do it. And historically, especially with runners in scoring position, with nobody out or two outs, he hasn't done it. And, you know, from the pitcher's perspective, when I know a guy that doesn't walk, I pitch around him. I'll pitch around him because I know that he'll swing the bat, and therefore the runners, and Kenny, maybe you can attest to this, guys with higher runners in scoring position are guys that have a better eye and have the ability of swinging at balls and strikes and not allowing the pitcher to come to them, but you go to the pitcher.
I would remind you, though, Al, I know you're a left-handed pitcher, former lefty, and you're thinking, well, I can get to Cano, he's a left-handed hitter. After A-Rod, he's a lifetime 300 hitter against lefties.
No, but not so much that, Kenny. Last year he batted 207 runners in scoring position, 204 with 2 outs. Last year, Posada, who I think is a tougher out, especially as right-handed, was 328 and change. I'm just the scenario, and this will be debated. I'm sure we'll talk about it all year. Because I don't see it etched in stone. I really don't.
I'm just looking forward if Robinson Cano gets this opportunity in the 5th spot in the order. I mean, he's got 4.5 years in the big leagues. It's time for him to get to that point. He's been so talented that you have to give him this opportunity to protect Alex in the lineup. Can he be a little more selective? He's always going to be an aggressive hitter, but maybe pick halves of the plate, go up there with a better game plan. That's going to be Kevin Long's job.
Okay, so if they get the offense going, they have the pitching and defense. You know, people look at the Yankees in some cases as a shoe-in to win the division. Are they, or who are their challengers, Al?
Shoe-in, no. I think the Red Sox are going to be tough as they are every year. I like some of their improvements. I think Scudero defensively. I think the mindset with Beltre at third base. I think that organization realized that it's not about banging out runs. Bringing a very good center fielder in Cameron. You move a good center field to left field in Ellsbury. I see components of that team having improved, especially with the number one starter, whether you think he's a front-end guy or not, but John Lackey lengthens that rotation.
The thing that I look about with the Red Sox that concerns me, they're built the complete opposite way that they've ever been built before. Their offense is nothing like it used to be. David Ortiz is on the downside. Mike Cameron is a swing and miss guy. You've got Jacoby Ellsbury moving to left field, so he's not playing the position that he's used to playing either. Then you have Victor Martinez behind the plate, who's a good hitter and not a great catcher. I think they've got 5 outstanding starters. Their bullpen's not bad either. I don't think they have the hitting to stay even with the Yankees. I just don't.
You know, and you can win by scoring less runs here, John, but the question is, isn't the margin for error less for a team like the Red Sox?
Well, especially at Fenway Park. I mean, you're going to have to bang out some runs in that stadium. I mean, the Yankees are going to go in there with a loaded lineup, so it's going to be interesting to watch how that plays out. The Rays are really excited about their year this year. You know, Pena is going to be a free agent after the year. Carl Crawford. They're kind of feeling like we have to do it again this year and get back on track. We'll see if the pitching staff can hold up.
Now, I think of the Rays as a bounce-back team. They look like they want to be that way. And remember, they gave the Yankees fits a couple of years back. Okay, that cost the Yankees some wins because the Rays were busy winning ball games. Can the Orioles, an improved team with some young guys, steal a few wins for some of these
It's
teams?
all about their young pitching, Bob. If their young pitchers come through for them, they might improve to the point. I think in Baltimore, they're looking just to get to 500. They acquired Kevin Millwood over the winter to lead this staff, a veteran pitcher. Well, they can score some runs. They've got a beautiful ballpark. They've got a hitterish ballpark. But their pitchers, if they don't do it, they're not going to make it to 500 again.
They've improved so much, though, that I think that there's a change in the bottom of the American League East. I mean, we saw the Blue Jays come into spring training. Blue Jays just aren't a very good team. They've got a lot of pitchers coming back from surgeries. Their offense is not what it used to be. I think they end up finishing last. They're breaking it down to build it back up. The Orioles methodically, slowly, behind McPhail, they're building up their farm system. Unfortunately for them, they're in the best division in baseball. Right. So I think fourth place for them has to look like a victory.
This is going to be a three-horse race, and I'm going back to you, John. Tampa Bay, it's a win-now team. Of their 25-man roster, 13 of them are either going to become free agents or arbitration eligible. They have 5 very good arms, albeit some inexperience there. I think Wade Davis is electric. I think what Garza did last year, David Price hasn't emerged yet. You talk about coming into a series with those 5 arms, it's going to be tough.
All right, so everybody across the board thinking Yankees will win the division, or is there a little push here for somebody that the Red Sox or the Rays might sneak in?
I have the Yankees winning in the last weekend series in Fenway, beating out the Sox.
Just bringing the drama at the end
Drama
of the season.
queen. It's unbelievable. It's drama queen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen before that. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, I feel like the Yankees are the most balanced team in the division. I mean, it's going to come down to the Rays and the Red Sox probably fighting for that wild card is what I think.
The excitement sounds interesting. I think Yankees fans would like it to be decided a little earlier out.